We'll see what happens. Oh, holy shit, man. They're getting top dollar on this shit. Oh, I gotta get that tab. Hey guys, have a show this Sunday, 7 o'clock. To see what's new. All right, well, we will start. Whether anybody shows up or not, I don't know. So I'm just going to grab notes at random. Before I do that, let me do this. There we go. So let's start off. Good evening, Dylan. I'm just going to go, the show's only going to go for like 2 hours. I don't think there's any pre-bids whatsoever because it's not my normal night. So I'm just going to grab stuff. If there's a certain thing in the bin you want me to run, just give me the number. If not, I'm just going to grab things and run them for 2 hours. 0, 1, 6. Let's get rid of that. And there we go. Thank you, WhatNot. WN016. Apparently you're not even in there. Who knew? So we're not going to run you that way. All right. Well, this one's not even in inventory. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to plug this in just at $2. Okay, no. There we go. And there's this. And $2. What's in my hands from Bulgaria? And eventually I'll be able to run it at $2. And if all goes well, you'll be able to bid on it. And there you go. $2, Bulgaria. 500 leva. 1943. It's going to be VG condition. 200 leva, Bulgaria. I'll check the mod thing. Right now, once it runs, apparently it must have not picked it up. So I can't go back and edit it. So, but I'll tell you what, next, when I do my normal show on Sunday, we'll do it. Can't leave note to put that up. There's that. And let's grab something else. I don't think there's going to be many people tonight. So like I said, I'm not going to be on real long. Let's see, WN 162. And there we go. Boop. And that's going to be occupied China. Japanese occupied China, $3. Yeah, there's no mod because I don't even think there's going to be any activity. I was debating on even doing this because I don't think there's going to be anybody here. There's not going to be any gibbies, not tonight, buddy. Not tonight, because I don't think there's anybody even going to show up because it's not my normal time to do this. I know it's painful, but tell you what, Sunday there will be gibbies. Thank you, Strickland. That's why I figured just 2 hours. So anybody had a pre-bid on stuff yesterday that was lost, they had a chance to go in and they can bid. Let's see. All right, let's get some type. I might change my mind. I might do a gibby. We'll see. We'll see. There's that. All right, let's grab. We'll do enough of those. This is Indonesia. And this is in pretty decent shape. 0.84. All right, here we go. This one's at a whopping $5. Indonesia, 1945, uncirculated condition. If anybody's interested, $5 is what it is, uncirculated. It's about $12 is what it's worth. There we go. And the clock is going. Gone. But the clock's still running. I know. Isn't that awful? What I can do, since you were kind enough to point out zombies, I'm going to see if I can find those. I don't know which note you mean on eBay. That's kind of got me a little lost there. BN534, but actually I want to look and see if that's a zombie there because I want to get rid of that stuff. 534. Because sometimes I screw up and I put BN down before I take that out to the woodshed. Yeah. So let's shoot that. Thanks MPG for that one. And let's see what the other one was. Delete. And then the other one you had. Five nine six. 596. Thought I got one just like that. So we'll tell you what. We'll kill this and we'll grab one like it. All right, there we go. Sorry, little house cleaning. Yeah, if you see any kind of zombies, I'd love to shoot those things and get rid of them. I don't know why they just keep coming back. Who knows? A mystery. WN 098. $1, 1973. Placed north of the United States, and it's a crow buoy note. VF condition. Hold up that. There we go. Oh, so you're talking about the listing I made for you that's on eBay? Yeah, that will sit there. It's no problem. Thank you, Mr. Strickland. All right, let's see. Not Chinese takeout, buddy. Now you're getting too pricey. You keep this up, buddy, and you know what you're going to get? I'm going to give you two a DoorDash. So we were giving them out last night. Isn't that awesome? All right, no one's going to bid on this. Let's run this. WN 420. Like, that's expensive. It is. It is. So let's do this for 10 seconds and put it up. So this is from Scotland. Yeah, that's expensive. That's why I only put it for 10 seconds because I highly doubt anybody's going to go after that. There we go. 420. So if you see a note in the bin you want me to run, just put the number in the chat. If not, I'm just grabbing things. Oh, shit. Look, see? See, buddy, I almost put one of these things up, but you can't sell that stuff here. No, no, no. We won't do that. We'll play it safe. I know. It's like I saw it sitting there, and I'm like, oh, shit, if I put that on, oh, man, the douchebag you-know-where is going to see it, and he's going to automatically complain. We don't want that. Do we want that? No, we don't want that. He's a nice man. He's moved on to other people that he rats out since he can't obviously sell a note to save his life. And this is Romania. That would be in Eastern Europe, for those that didn't know. 5,000 Li, Romania. And time's up. See you, guy. 433. And then, see what we're going to do. I'm just going to grab a clump of notes, and then just put them up as we go. And WN 439. This is also in Europe, I believe. I think they call it Greece. I'm not sure. 100 drachma. I'm not sure. I think that's what they use. Or used. How the hell did they get Gage again? Usually you get a warning, they suspend you, and then he's back in 2 days. So, like, that's crazy. It's probably revolving around the same suspension thing. I saw another person today that was sitting there pumping a whole bunch of that stuff. And it's like, you better be real careful putting that stuff up on here, because this pinhead's just sitting there reporting to everybody. It's because I know it's not WhatNot. They ain't paying attention to it. You got to actually report it. Belarus. All right. Well, this one's not in there, so let's just set this up as $1. Can you imagine having that much free time to just sit there and report people? Wow. Well. So I'm going to run this Belarus, and that's 50 rubles. And that. But if you guys are looking for naughty notes, trust me, I have them. And you know where I have to send you for them. There we go. 50 rubles, Belarus. 50 rubles, Belarus. 2000, year 2000. And then, after that, let's see, WN 487. And then we have Austria, 10,000 kronen in VF condition with paper that I didn't take off, so we'll pull it out because that's not on the note. There you go. Here we go. And then that match. Oh shit. Look at this. I should really need to do house cleaning. Can you believe I found 3 more of those? Woo. We know where they'll go. Okay. And WN. And they're all 1896ers. Whew. 4. All right. And this is all Ukraine. There's 2 of them in there. $1. $1 Ukraine. And they're both uncirculated. $1. Both uncirculated. $1 uncirculated. You got to be kidding. They are, aren't they? Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Blake. And let's put this in here. And let's go back over there. We go. And I assume there's no echo tonight because no one has said anything about any echo. Because usually someone's like, hey, buddy, you got a lot of echo going on. I don't. Not tonight. All right. And we'll run this for, we'll let it for 20 seconds. Just stare at it. We'll stare at it for 20. Sonora. Just let that clock run down. Small echo. I'll tell you what. But it's, I'll pull that out. There we go. Let me check something. Because last night after that whole echo thing, there we go. Yeah. It's not this bad. That's a lot of echo. How about that? How about that? There we go. Now there should be no echo. There you go. Echo gone. Sometimes echo is nice. Let's see. 2086 and 276. 2086, 276. 2086. The other one you had was 276. 276. All right, so this one I'm going to do first from Bosnia-Herzegovina. I also have this in the bin and uncirculated. Should someone be so inclined to say, I want that uncirculated. Here it comes, 276. And there we go, starting now. So if you want this in uncirculated condition, I also have it in uncirculated. That's Bosnia-Herzegovina. And tactical, I think you're going to tactically take this. And there we go. Thank you, Paul. Let me clean this up. There's that. There we go. And I'll put some Confederate stuff up next. That's good. All right, Sri Lanka is going to come up after that. I forgot. How dare you forget? I know. All right, here we go. WN2086. And currently a $1. Sri Lanka, but this one here, Ceylon, but Sri Lanka, 10 rupees. Hold like that, 10 rupees. VG condition, $1. $1. You got it. And this is 19, no, it's not 19, it's 2004. 2004. Thank you, Tactical. Now, sure, I'll run the other Bosnia one this year. And what we got to do, it's going to be 276. I think it's 277. 277. So here's the other one, and this is going to be uncirculated. WN2. And this is at a whopping $3. Bosnia Herzegovina, this one's going to be uncirculated. And circulated. And Tactical has literally taken it. Now, we have some Confederate here. No problem, man. Let's try this. These are what we call stuff getting ready to leave and go to eBay. And it's almost like, do I even want to run it? Because it's like it's not even worth it. So I'm going to do this and put a cheap price on it. And then it's going to go over there tonight. So I'll run it at $30. And then it goes over there. Because it's nice living with it, but eventually you got to get rid of it. So Confederate States, 5 schmackers, $30. And that's gone. And then, let's see, I'm going to run this one also. So this is kind of like house cleaning, because if it doesn't move on here, then it's got to go over there. It's got to go. It's got to go. All right, so here's the next one. This is $10. And there we go. We'll knock this one up, then I'll get back to the other stuff. And that's Confederate as well. And I think, let's kill the other one. And now I'll be back to foreign stuff. This is the last one. Then we'll be back to foreign stuff. It's kind of like zombies, but this one here, we're just getting them out of the way. Okay. All right. They, my friends, are leaving the building. And off to eBay they go. We bid them adieu. How about Germany? Okay. WN534. $3. And off it goes. It's the 29. This is not, with the symbol I'm not allowed to say on it. 1929. That's going to be VGF, VGDF. And then, let's see. And what we're going to do now is take a peek in here. There we go. And now we can do pre-bids because we got stuff. And we will switch over to that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before I do it, let me do this German note here, and then I'll switch over to that. Let's do this one. This thing's a cool note. WN727. It's expensive, but we'll run it just for the shits and giggles. This is going to be from Bavaria, but you guys that are into it already know. I think I've had this thing long enough that that is going to go too. All right, now let's do pre-bids. Here we go. WN261, 261. I bored you enough with that stuff. But every so often, I got to knock stuff out and get rid of it. WN261. Venezuelan, this is 66. And off she goes, Venezuela. It's a 66, 5 bolivars, 1966. 5 bolivars. This would be fine condition. Fine condition. 5 bolivars. Thank you, Richard. And be sure to utilize the coupons. In order to do that, you just have to, I think it's like 2 purchases, and then it releases the coupons, and that can be found up top. RICH. And it's deep. And let's see what is next. What is next, you say? And if anybody wants me to do like I did last night and grab a Banknotes All Nation box and go through it, just let me know. I can always do that. Okay, Haiti. I think this one's got a boo-boo in it. 306. 306. 306. All right, so I think this one. All right, let me just correct an error in this one. It's got a pre-bid on it, just the numbers are not in there. 305. 305. So that, save. All right. This is Haiti, 1999. And there we go. And at $2, 2 smackers, uncirculated. 1999, 10 gourd. 10 gourd, Haiti. Haiti. And Blake, you got it. Thank you. And then here comes WN306. And same as the last. There you go. 10 gourd, uncirculated, Haiti. 10 gourds, 1999, uncirculated, Haiti. 10 gourd, you betcha. Dan, Blake, it's Blake's hands now, and we just slowly wait for that clock to run down. And it has, and Blake has gotten it. All right. Now, let's see what's next. I think I had this one. 204. I pretty much got all the notes I sold last night knocked out of the inventory, but there might be some that are lurking about, and we will refer to them as zombies as well. But they're illegitimate zombies. All right, Iceland, and 1928. Here we go. And this is what kind of note you buy where you get it cheap, and you're like, man, I wish it was in much better shape. What it would be worth. Here it is, because it's got a stain right there, as you can see. But at $1, at least you can own an expensive note cheaply. And that's 10 kroner, 1928. And Dan, you got it. And you know what, Dan? I'll throw that in there with it, so you get that as well, Dan. And Dan's going to put in his next show when he's doing that in the chat. Because if you don't follow that guy, you should follow that guy. Here we go. And there you go. So make sure you bookmark that show. And let's see, let's go. Tactical is at least thinking about it. So that is good. At least you're thinking about it. All right. This guy's a zombie. 632. 632. Okay. I think. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty certain. Yeah. So 632 is being taken out and bam, shot. 309. 309. There we go. All right. And if you didn't get enough of Haiti, here you go. Here's another. WN 309. I think this is the last one. I mean, I got more. I could run over and grab more of them, but it's the last one I put in the bin. And as you know, from the last two, it's a 99. And it's uncirculated. 80. And Dan, I think you're going to get it. I think. Positive. There you go. Dan, you got it. Thank you. All right. Uh-oh. Another zombie. 633. See, I got to be careful. Sometimes I think it's a zombie and I kill it, and it's like, oh shit, that's not a zombie. That one we can kill, and we can kill off 631. 631. So, here we go. Not you. There we go. Delete. And some of the Haiti notes, if you put pre-bids on and you're wondering why I'm not coming up, because more than likely they ran last night when I was just grabbing things. 309. I'm just double checking. Because here's one. There's 307. So 309, that's not going to happen. That ran last night. 307 will happen because even though I said I didn't have any more left, there's another one. This will definitely be the last one. 307. Unless somebody wants me to go grab like 50 of them and run all 50. But I think it'd be a very boring show. Same as the last. And what I should have done, Dan, is I should have set this for like 5 seconds. All right. I'll get you 3 more. All right. So there's that. Dan just said he wants 3 more. Let's see. Let's see. Now, Dan, the question is, oh, Dan. So I grab them out, out of the file, okay? And not only that, they're all consecutive. So there we go. Let me set it up. And because it's for you, we'll start it at this price. All right, here we go. Hit that. So it'll be even less. We'll start it at, dare I start it at that price? Why not? Here it goes. So many damn buttons to hit. So $4. Same as all the other ones I've shown, except these 3 are consecutive. And while that's running, I got a top loader here. And if anybody needs top loaders, the standard ones, I do have those. $19.99. Sorry. And they're all uncirculated. It's just the ones in my hand are 3 consecutive. Thank you, Daniel. And we'll put them in the top loader. And there we go. There's that. And let's bounce over here. All right, so Daniel is set up. And we are now going to go back and look and see what is next with pre-bids. No victory. The victory was last night. That's when the party happened. And I guess, was it NAB Coin got 3 uncirculated victories. And NAB Coin also got some other goodies really cheap. Really cheap. Today I was watching somebody was doing them and they had to be VF condition. And for me, I'm just flabbergasted when I see them go for $30 in VF. And I did all 3 of them, $20 each. Plus, I think I threw in another one. It's like $80. I'm like, holy shit, man, that's crazy. I'm going to do some zombie shooting for a moment. So if you did some Miguel, there's some that we're going to take out and shoot. So you're not going to see them pop up. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. I just wish these things would go away and not come back. You know what I'm saying? 241. 241. All right. Here we go. How about Vietnam? What about it? What about South Vietnam? And here's a cool one. I think this is 71 because it has the tiger on the back. WN 241. $2. And it's almost XF condition with the tiger on the back. South Vietnam. South Vietnam. And just got it. And let's see what's the next. Portugal. WN 223. 223. All right. Now this one we've got to take out because it's in a glass-line envelope. That's going to be, here we go. WN 223. $2 and off it goes. And that there is an 85. 85. 100 escudos, Portugal. And Dan, this is yours. Thank you, Dan. let's go in here and see what is next. There's just a couple left. You know what? One thing that sucks about glassine envelopes is that they bend oh so easy. Okay, 1535. 1535 in Nicaragua. Here we go. And this is going to be 20,000 Cordobas. All right, let's go over here. Actually, I can, we're not that far away, Dan, so I actually did hear it very faintly. Very faintly, but I did hear it. 1535. All right, Nicaragua, 20,000 Cordobas. And they certainly did an awesome job of overprint on this note. I think they get their point across. So from 20 Cordobas to 20,000 Cordobas. Talk about inflationary. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, you're the only one who put pre-bids. Like I said, because I've set this up so quickly, there's not that many people that put pre-bids in because usually they'll do it over, the course of a week. I know Wes had a whole bunch of stuff pre-bidded on, so I'm sure he's wondering what happened. And it's like, no, it freaking crashed and died. You know what? Even though this one, I don't have any more left in the bin, I can get up off my ass and go grab one to fill the bill for this. So I shall do that. And what I'm going to do with this next one is this is going to be another attempt for Dan to get 3 Haitian notes. 7. All right, so we're going to repeat this again. Here we go. Here we go. So the listing for the pre-bid just has one of these Haitian notes. So I'm going to do like I did the last one. I'm going to run this listing. That's WN308. So I'm going to run, even though it says 1 on this, you're going to get all 3 of these. And not only that, Dan, look at this. We'll start it at $2. I'm not even going to move them around to show them. There they are. $2. And there we are. That gives you a hell of a deal. $2. We just got to wait for that clock to run down. And there you go, man. You got all 3. So there, Dan, you did get some. And let me get a top loader for that. I just happen to have a whole case of them right here. And if anybody needs top loaders, if you need them, let me know. I have them. $6 per 20 pack. I think they're inside the bin. I'm not sure. Not sure. I think there's 1 pre-bid left. No problem, man. All right, so now that goes in Dan's. And let's get the last pre-bid here. And that's going to be, oh shit, someone's going to make me walk. I'm going to do it though. Somebody's going after a coin. They know what I like. All right, let's see. 303. 303. 303. So I will do that Filipino coin. I got to get that out of the safe. But I will do that after I knock these other 2 out. All right. WN303. And currently at $3. Kenya, 1972. Off it goes. Hold it all the way out here. 1972. Mm, 1972 VF condition. Tactical, it is officially all yours. And then 262. 262. And this one's going to be uncirculated. How about that? Usually when I get these notes, they're all beat to hell. So this one's in uncirculated condition. WN262. And here we go. $2. $2. But it is actually in uncirculated condition. There's no graffiti. There's nothing going on. No folds, no rips, nothing. No DNA. Not a thing. It's like it just came right out of a pack. And Dan, I think it's yours. All right, so now the last pre-bid I have, I got to scamper and grab a 50-cent Tavo piece. So I'll be right back. Just watch this empty chair. Here it is. I've been debating on whether or not to do a silver coin show. That's something I'm thinking about. The reason being is that I have access to a whole bunch of stuff, and the price is real reasonable. NAB can tell you about that from last night. All right, just hold on, because what I got to do by law is take this thing off eBay, because we know what happens. As a matter of funny as shit, last night I had, when we were doing Banknotes All Nations, there was one, nobody, not a soul interested in it. The minute I sold it, somebody came in and bought it. And I know they were not from WhatNot. It just happened. The odds were. Luckily, the person was understanding, took something else. So when you wonder why I have to sit and do this, all right, and there we go. All right, here we go. 50 centavo, 1907, San Francisco Mint, Philippines. Setting it up. It's going to be 05. 05. 2126-3. And there we go. Boop. So San Francisco Mint. So same size as a US 50-cent piece. Mint in San Francisco for the Philippines. Purity is 0.750. 0.750. So if anybody else is interested in coins, just let me know. Thank you, Romars. But last night we had a whole bunch of Balboa, and they went cheap. All right. So just let me know, and I will run stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have it sitting here. I have to actually go in another room and get it. Is there a raid? I didn't spray any raid in here. Maybe I did. All right, so that goes to Romar. Thank you, Romar. All right, so I don't see any other pre-bids in here. So we're going to go back to possibly just grabbing things, and then we do see pre-bids. 1886. All right, so we're going to get one. 220. This is going to be a very dirty note. 220. 220. So just bear with me on this. This is a Filthy note. And when I say filthy, she's a dirty girl. So what we're going to do is I'm going to throw stuff behind it. Because this thing here, I was just going to throw this in the Gibby pile. I figured, no, someone might want it. So here's what we're going to do. I'll put it up on the screen in a second. Here it is. So it's $1. It's from Chihuahua. So, but she's a very dirty girl. It's got all sorts of stains on it. $1. So I'm going to throw these guys with it. So we'll just let that clock run out. But I don't know what this thing's stained with. But it's got something going on. Hopefully it's not biological. Thank you, Tactical. Tactical, you're going to get these two also. I hope that's not biological on there. All right, there we go. Now, we are going to grab what's next. Okay. Now, with the NPCs, the $10 591, that sucker is a zombie. So we're knocking that out. The other stuff shouldn't be a problem. 1886, 1886, 1886. I know it's around because I saw it. All right, so what I got to do, and I know that NPC is here because I even seen the thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle through stuff because I actually just handled the thing. So I know it didn't sell. So the question is, where did it go? The other one, the $10, the 58, that's just in the next room. So what we're going to do is we'll switch over to that and run that one instead. All right, 26-12. So I'll find the $5. It's here. I just got to find it. So what we will do is we will run this. This doesn't come in the acrylic. It was on display, but I'm going to leave it in it while I run it, and then I'll take it out when I pack it. 040826-12. And there we go. And off it goes. So I have it in a display piece right now, but I'll take it out of this when I pack it and ship it. Which I'm going to watch I don't hit everything because it's a huge piece of acrylic. But it's a gorgeous note. Thank you, Romars. And what I want to do next is find that $5 because I know I have it. I know I have it. Now this obviously is not going to fit in the cubby, so we need to put some tape on there. And before I pack it up, what I'll do is I'll sit over here so I can continue to enjoy that note while it's here. All right, so I'm going to chit chat. You're going to see the top of my head while I look for that 5 spot. And I just freaking handled it. Literally had it in my hands. Ha! There it is. You know what I did? I put it in the wrong spot. I put it in the wrong spot. All right. Here we go. And then let me go back over here. Any uncut $20 sheets? I never even had them. I wish I did. I don't. I got ones, dude. I don't have any 20s. I do have an uncut. it's an uncut sheet of ones, which you probably seen all day long. And then the day after that, the day after that. But I got one where it has the, it's signed by the Treasurer of the U.S. on top of it. I got that, which is a sheet of 4. So that's the other piqued your interest. Let me know. I mean, yeah, it's a sheet of 4, but on top of it, it's one of those ones where the Treasurer signs it. It's a complimentary one or whatever they call that. WN. The title, it escapes me now what the title they use for it. All right, here we go. Here we go. $5. MPC. $5. Super gorgeous. And Romars, I think you're going to get it. I really do. I should grab some US notes, shouldn't I? Thank you, Romars. Like some star notes or something. But see, the thing is, if I run them, there's not a lot of people in here. I'll end up getting my ass handed to me. If I have enough people that I can run them. All right, so the pre-bids are all knocked out. So here's what we're going to do now. We are going to end up going back and just grabbing things and running them. How about that? How about that? Let's see. We'll go with this pile. Actually, no, I'll grab these. Grab that little chunk. So there's some silver certificates and stuff I grabbed. Some Japanese. All right, WN 2013. And off it goes in a second. $3. It's a 35 each. So it's the ones with the in God we trust. And I think it's the E or F where it doesn't have the in God we trust. But it's a 35 each. So this thing probably came out in the 40s, late 40s. I mean, yeah, it says 35 on it, but it's an H. All right, and if that doesn't float your boat, put this in. WN 2014. And this is $2. It's a 57A. So that's probably from the 60s. 57A. $2. $2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then, so if you see something that you want me to run it, just type it in the chat and I can jump to that. If not, I'm just grabbing things. WN 2018. $1. Japan. Be 1955. 100 yen. 100 yen. $28. I don't think I do. You know what? I don't think so. On the 28.5. I wonder if I got it on eBay. I don't think I have it on WhatNot, but let's see here. 5. I'm just checking real quick, see if I have it over there. I mean, my main thing's foreign notes, but sometimes I have one on the red 5. I have a 28C. All right. And the thing is in VF condition. And what I'm looking to do is what you see right back here. I don't think I have it set up for eBay yet. I don't have it set up yet. See, now on Sunday next week, or I should say this week, Sunday, I'll have it where I can punch it in. So I got to do this crap right now. I hate doing this because eventually I'll have it where it'll be a nice big picture for you to see it. So I have a 28C5 in VF, and it would be $25 for that if you were interested in it. 25 schmackers. It's an FR 1528. So if that piques your interest, let me know. I just have to go grab it. And let's see, what do we got next? What is next? I don't know. How about Columbia? I just saw a silver certificate in there. Yeah, dude, now I can't do 20. I wish I could, but I can't. 25 is as low as this girl's going to go. So, you know what? I'll run the silver certificate again because obviously someone just asked. Why are they so much higher on eBay? Good question. That would probably be part of it is fees are part of it. All right. And here's the other thing too. When you're on WhatNot, and I know you guys all watch when you're buying stuff, the screen there, you have you're paying shipping here on WhatNot. Okay. And on eBay, over there, it's free shipping. So, and the prices ain't that much more, but fees are part of it. Fees do play a role in it. And they get you coming and going. See, and with eBay now, they did away with PayPal, so they handle the money too. So they get a cut there as well. The fees can be ridiculous. I think right now with WhatNot, they're like, 10% or whatever it is they're charging on it. But they'll eventually hike their price up if someone doesn't come in and take them over. And there was that. See, and the thing too is if what they want as far as like quantity and volume for like if you're just doing foreign notes, you're not going to get the kind of deals they're going to give to like say US notes, because there it's not just quantity, it's the dollar value on them. And on WhatNot, they do have a market for it, but with foreign notes, it's still a young crowd with this. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it doesn't have the on eBay. I deal internationally, so I know I could take a note like those notes I showed earlier. I'll go put them over there. They'll be gone next week. They won't even be around. They'll get bids on them. But it's just, as time goes on, it's growing. So it's like as people, a lot of people are new to notes, because I see people selling notes. And when people see me pop up in a show buying notes, because I know they're giving them away, they don't know what they got. So I grab that stuff. All right. And then here's one. This is interesting. This is going to be a Singapore set. All right. So how do we display this? And if Dan's still floating around here, which he is, he knows about eBay. All right. So I'm going to try to hold these like this. And that's going to be WM. And I can tell you right now, when I run this, there's the chance of someone bidding on this one. They're probably going to be real thin. I had this set at $15, which is a hell of a deal. Now, if I put this at auction the other place, I know there would be a bid on it. So here it is, 15. So you're going to get a 1. You're going to get a 2. You're going to get a 5. What's that? You're going to get a 10. So that's all part of this. Let me flip them over. So what you see there, that's what you're bidding on. But literally, those of you who follow me also on eBay, if you watch, if I put this over there, which I'm not, if I did, and I put it at that price, I know it would have a bid on it. And it would have a bid on it real quick, because at $15, that's super cheap. Because other people on WhatNot that you see pop up to do shows like Latin American coins, Manuel, he won't even show expensive stuff on here because you'll hear him tell you right on the not doing it. He's eBay all the way. And if you haven't checked him out, I forget his eBay screen name. He should, man, the thing is, he won't put it up, but he's another one. I know right now he's headed to New York. WN2025. And $2 is going to be South Vietnam. 50 dong. 50 dong. Yeah, see, any of the crazy stuff, I always put it over there. Don't put up his screen name on here, man. Well, you know what? You can put it up because he can't get in trouble. He's not typing it. So it is safe. So under tactical, that's his screen name. It's something like that. Banknote shop. I think it's that and banknote shop. Something like that. I'm sitting there thinking, well, how can he get in trouble? He didn't type it. All right, WN. Because I know he has a lot of crazy stuff. You know, that's why whenever I go into his show on WhatNot, he automatically goes over to that stuff to show me what he has, because it's like, dude, I buy from him. He gets stuff from me. And chances are we're going to go put it right back over there. Belgium, 20 francs. This is a treasury note. 1964. 20 franc. The treasury-wise on these notes, they only had a 20 franc and a 50 franc. 20 franc. Thank you, tactical. But I do figure that with WhatNot, I give it about 2 years. And by then you should have enough more experience. Like, you know, people get more and the price will start zooming up. It just takes time. And the thing is, I know on here, another eBayer dropped anchor on here. Block is also an eBayer. He has, like, I have about 3,000 trinkets on eBay. He's got about 5. So he's kind of fresh to the party here. Mozambique. Overprint, sorry, uncirculated. Mozambique, uncirculated. Going, gone. And let's see. Let's grab another pile. All right, so that's 2014. 2014. I gotta flip them back in order. Because if I don't, they'll all be out of sync, and then I'll have a nightmare when I go to grab things. All right. And here comes the next pile, although this next pile I'm not going to spend too much time with because it's a whole bunch of the same. So let's do Brazil. That's going to be WN2045. And this is 2010, 5 Reese, and circulated condition. And after this, we will put up Jamaica. And let's see. Actually, no, we'll put up Jamaica. Here you go. We'll put up this from Germany. WN. This is going to be an Allied military 2052. And it's a buck. $1. Fine condition. Allied military. Germany. Well, you could get to have dinner because right now it's what I'm thinking about. But you're not going to be here in time for that. That's the other reason why I'm not running too long tonight. It's like got like 1 more hour. And then we're going to go have something to eat. Because I usually do not do shows on Monday night. I'm only doing this show because I screwed up last night. All right, Jamaica, it's a commemorative $50 note. This would probably get you a thumbtack in Jamaica if you were to drop this polymer note in a store somewhere. I don't even know if you can. I know the exchange doesn't even have these things. I think it's just, commemorative note. Here you go. And let's see, is there anything else? How about we'll do a Korean note next? WN2072. And this is a buck. And then I'll get so bored with this, I'll go grab some US stuff. And dollar. Because I think there's like, 2 people in here or something like that. I'm starting to get lightheaded, woozy. All right, 72. So I'm going to grab some US stuff and we'll just put that up. And if you see something in the bin, just let me know. I'll run that for you. If not, no worries. Let's see if this is a good pile. All right, there's some stuff in here. So this is stuff I don't even have in the WhatNot store. See, like I have, this is going to be a PCGS. But it has like this one here, the Secretary of the Treasury signed above it. So pretty cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this stuff on the screen since there's not a lot of people here. And if something you see piques your interest, you just got to type in the chat how much and run it, and I'll do it. If not, I'm not going to keep running them if no one's interested. Because like I said, there's only 5-6 people here. So I'm just grabbing things and pulling them out. And occasionally I'll look up and see what the chat says. There we go. Let's do this one next. Probably get someone says, why don't you buck and go that? No. All right, here we go. This is going to be, a lot of the kids like to call these gold notes. So this is a 28. It's a 1928. And before we started using letters, it was numbers. So this is going to be Cleveland. It's a 28. Fine condition on a good day. And again, if it piques your interest, just say how much. And of course, you're probably paying attention to the serial numbers. I know everybody does. Well, let's see. Let's grab something else. So I'm running the clock down. I got like about another 50 minutes, and then we're going to have dinner. And whoever can make it here in time, that includes you too, Tactical. You can have some too. We'll have, because we're doing ribs tonight, buddy. That's what we're waiting to get done. Waiting for it to get done. All right, here's a star note. How about this? These aren't that expensive. And that's borderline XF. I'm going to say VF just to cover my ass. But there's a 1950, Chicago. Star note right there. If you get a very good flight, you might be here in time. So, like I said, I'm looking at that clock. I got 48 minutes until I can go eat. And see, some folks like to say this is an error. Just when they cut them, it just missed a little bit. I guess you could say it's an error note if you wanted to run with that. So there's that. And how about this? Here's something fun. I mean, I classified as currency, but the next one's going to be Bank of Italy. And what you're going to say is, but Chris, it says Bank of America. What the hell, you on crack? Well, before they called it Bank of America, go look it up. It was Bank Italy, and there's the founder right there of Bank of America. That guy right there. Anybody's interested in traveler's checks, here's an old one. They canceled this one in 1968. So if this piques your interest and you like these sort of things, I'll be glad to run it. I have a couple of these. Bank of America, now called Bank. Well, it used to be called Bank Italy. Strange shit. How about that? Here's a star note for you. And I'm getting so lazy, I'm not even going to take for the Bank of Italy / Bank of America. Since you're asking, let's go look it up, because whatever it is, I'll give you a better price. All right, just bear with me here. All right, here we go. 033123-8. All right, so Dan. So it's like $16, so it'd be $10 for you. If you're interested, just let me know and I'll run it for $10. Oh, I don't mind looking it up. Dude, there's no, I'm just checking. There's no pre-bid, so trust me, I'm just running the clock out. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. We did, I think I was grabbing this. I don't know if I showed this. So there's more star notes. That's a Chicago star. 1950. Is that B? That's B. So I have them. 1950B. Federal Reserve, Chicago. And then I got a whole bunch of the 10s. And then here's some. Oh wow! If you're from Mobile, Alabama, I got something for you. So I got more Chicago 10s, which I can run these things cheap. If there's enough people, there's not enough people to run them. So it's like, hey, if you find it interesting, let me know. I'll run it. See, and then this I would kind of put this under Confederate. It's going to be VG condition, but a 15-cent note. So it's a fractional, but a broken bank fractional. And I'll pull it up so you can see it better. But still kind of cool, if you ask me. And then, there you go. I'll take this out. Is it PMG 5? It's a 69A. I have to go grab something else. So if you see anything in the bin, just let me know. Just type in the chat. Right now, I'm just running the clock. Running the clock out. I might even end this thing quickly so I can get to dinner faster. Let me grab another thing of U.S. notes. There's another pack of U.S. notes. All right. Fractional. Perhaps this is something you're into. That's your bag. 50 center there. And if you're interested, just say, hey, I'm interested. How much? Look it up and get you a price. And again, this falls under the in gold notes. And this is a 28A. 28, when it goes to the 28B, these then become letters. And from that point on, that's all you see. 28Bs. So, for shits and giggles, you know what I'll do? Because I got so many of these things. I'm going to actually run one of these at auction. So let me just double check. And I'm going to run a star note, a $10 star note that's going to be in XF condition. I'll run it cheap.
But first, as we all know, you double check and make sure there's no pre-bids or anything like that on it. 2722. All right, so the note I'm going to run, I'm going to run it for 20 bucks. All right. I'm going to run this note. I'm going to run it at $20. And there's its price. It's a star note. And this thing's a very high VF, almost XF. So we'll say VF. Take it out of its special little holder here. And I'm going to run it for 20 bucks. Run it for $20. Edit. As a matter of fact, I think I'm lying to you. Here we go. There's that. So see if you can find someone doing it that cheap. So I'll sacrifice one. That price, star note, 1950 B, right there. VF condition, $19. $19 for a star note. Amazing. Ain't gonna find anywhere else cheaper. So this is our sacrificial VF condition. There you go, Kevin. You got yourself a sweet deal. And there you go. And let me knock this out off of eBay. And in all honesty, I have a whole bunch of these. So it's like, I got to thin the herd eventually. So you're getting a hell of a deal. There we go. And let's set up Kevin a box so I don't mess it up. And I'll find something else. You know what? I got a shit ton of $2 notes. They're all 76s. So I'll see if anybody's interested. We'll run them cheap so I can clear them out. Because they've been sitting here for about 2 years. So maybe somebody out there is interested in them. If we get up to 3 people in this room, we might be able to do it. There's that. There's that. So let us find them. So here, I'm going to do each one of these at, like, say, these are going to be 76. And they're going to be at least VF plus pushing XF. This one's going to be XF. And let me do this. So you got to be careful when you hit the button start because it could automatically go to the highest price. And it's like, I don't want that. Bank note. Here we go. Edit. And put in 3. Down. And this is Richmond, Virginia, $3. And there we go. So that's Richmond, Virginia. It's a 76, $2 note. If anybody's interested in that, and there you go. VF plus, 76. Not the new stuff, the older stuff. And then, let's see. Richmond. Maybe you're a Philly guy. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you want Philly instead. So there's a Philly. $3. 76. And the clock slowly runs down. Here we go. And if Philadelphia isn't grabbing you, let's see what else we got. Let's see what else. I think that'd be it. Yeah, so it's just basically Richmond and Philly on that. So let's meander on over to something else. Again, if you see something in the bin, let me know. Right now, we're just killing time, grabbing things and just showing them. And if you're interested, say, hey, look, I'm interested in that. How much? So Broken Bank, Allegheny County Bank, $1. If you see something, let me know. I'll run it. And let's do a. I don't think there's any pre-bids in there because I don't think there's any up. With the Guyana $50 pre-bid, that's a Zom. That's gone. But I can run the Slovenia. Let me sit that down and grab that. WN 259. 259. And you know what I might do? Because people have been hitting me for the $50 one. I got plenty of $20 notes. So I'll run some of them. I didn't put any in the bin. So I'll grab like 2 or 3 of those after this goes off. So Slovenia, $1. $1. With my cousin Ray on the front. There he is. All suave. And tactical, I think it's going to be yours. Ding, 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 bam. It's tactical. Thank you, tactical. And let me switch gears. I'm going to put these away. And let me grab something else. Let me grab something else. So, I know people hit for the $50 note. So how about, since I don't have that, and you know what I'll do? I got 35 minutes left. So let me switch this over to buck. And we'll just put stuff up at a buck. And hopefully I'll be able to run the clock out. Bank data. And here we go. Edit. And I think we'll just close out at just running $1 stuff. There we go. And we're not. Nah, I won't do that. That just isn't right. Here we go. Here we go. And back. So there we are. $20 Guyana. Ghana, not Guyana. Ghana. Uncirculated. One schmacker. One schmacker. There's only 3 people here, so someone's might be interested. All right. And if that ain't going to do it, how about this? Guatemala, $1. Just one freaking smackaroo, man. $1. Who's doing them for $1? There's nobody in this room, man. You got a chance to get some stuff. If you're doing a show, man, now's your chance to get inventory. If you need a couple of these, you say, yo, dog, run some more. Thank you, Sandy. And let me set up a thing for you. If you want me to run more of those, just simply say, hey, run more. I need more, and I will run more. All right. As a matter of fact, I think I will just run more. Because I am starving, and the quicker I finish this, the better. Here we go. I'll put this here so I don't screw it up. All right. Yeah, because I don't think you'll find these for $1 anywhere on WhatNot. I don't think. Maybe. There might be a guy out there doing it. Might be. Let's see. Here we go. Another $1. Another dollar, Guatemala. And then after this, I'll find something else and run something else. And I think I'm going to change the clock down too. And Sandy, there you go. There you go. Thank you. And let's see. We're going to run one more of them, and then we're going to go off to another one. You know, a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a cousin of a sister's brother's mother's brother who can really give you a deal. After the $2 bills. I don't even remember. Was that a while ago? All right, that one didn't go. Yeah, I don't even remember with that. If it was a while ago, I'm just grabbing things. See, so like what I do is I grab a pile, and then what I do is I just put them up at $1. The dog is already eating her food right now. She's relaxing. Pretty soon there's going to be gas and it's going to stink. This is Guinea 2017. Guinea. There we go. And we'll run one more of those, and then we'll find something else here at the Buck and Go hour. I think anything with a smashed in nose farts, because I had boxers too, and they did the same thing. But bulldogs are the worst. They're like little fart machines. Just because they're sucking in so much air. All right, we're not going to veer away from Guinea yet. We're going to perhaps run one of these. There we go. Thank you, WhatNot, for your questions. Very nice. I don't know. Even if she farts, it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good. All right. And how about this? See, as I go down, this one here, I'm running this at $1, okay? But like the last two notes, they are from Guinea. But this one here is a little different than the other two I ran, because this is from the last century. Right there, look at that. See, it's an 85 at $1. $80. It's at $1 for an 85. So that's an actual sweet deal. All right, and that goes in there. I will sacrifice one more. No problem. I got 29 minutes left. So I got a whole bunch of dollar stuff we can go through. Well, hello, little dog. How are you, little dog? Yes, I know. You're thinking of doing bad things. Yes, you are. Oh, it's no problem. It's no problem grabbing them out of these things. It's just I get bored after a while of putting stuff up, and it's like, hey, you interested in this? You interested in that? Let's see. And let's go over here. I'm keeping an eye on the pre-bid thing just to make sure I don't miss anything. Let's grab another one. How about I think think we're all Haiti'd out, so we'll skip Haiti. And I don't think this one's going to grab much, because I think there's enough of these on WhatNot that you guys should be bored shitless of these from Honduras. So you know what? Here, do this. Put 3 of them together. Because after a while, you just you know, you get worn down from seeing the same thing. I wonder where these guys get this stuff from. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, so that goes in your pile. And I want to grab another country because the Haiti one, I can only move so many of them because those I actually do sell at a decent. They go. Haiti always goes. How about, let's see. How about we can knock off some Indian stuff. We'll knock off some Indian stuff. I'll get you a Haiti one. But those I don't do at $1, man, because I know those things move. It's India, 10 rupee. See, now you know who would really be pissed off if he knew this was going on right now? Santa would be so pissed because I'm just doing them all at $1. Because I know he gets stuff off of me, and it's like, oh man, here's your chance to load up your inventory. And Indonesia, $1. $1 for 1,000 rupiah. 2016. Yeah. Right now, dude, I'm going to be ended soon because, like I said, 25 minutes. So don't even tag him. Don't even tell him. I usually will throw stuff in his box anyways. Yeah, if he's running right now, do not bother him, man, because it's like he's doing his thing. And do. And you see that note, Dan? That goes in your box. There you go. You didn't even pay for it and you won. Look at that. Who knew? All right, let's see. I'm going to grab another one. Let's grab something else. And here we go. There's another pile. Another pile. All right, I got like an ass ton load of these. So I'm not going to put one up. Let's see. We're going to do this instead. 736, 737, 738. Damn. All right, so 3 consecutive. There we go. 3 consecutive. And somehow figure out how to turn them. But they're uncirculated. All right, I'll do it. Let's go into Dan's cubby here. And grab that note. And it's up there, so it's done. There you go. So you got the free note from Dan. He is just giving it to you. And I know I have Korean stuff already up, so how about this? And I ran it earlier, but we'll do this. Do this at $1. I'm not even going to flip them around. It's like, there it is. There's 3 for $1. 3 for $1. Can't go wrong. See, then once I get close to the end, ending this show, that's when everybody shows up. And it's like, well, show's over. There you go. Thank you. And the farting has started. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. All right. And let's move into, let's see, what do we got here? What do we got here? We'll do this next. Let's see. 174, 173, 172. Oh, this here you go. This for $1. For $1, look what you're going to get on this next one. This is these are all going to be consecutive from Lebanon. All right, all uncirculated. Do you get 1? No. Do you get 2? No. Do you get 3, 4? No, no. You get 5. And I'm just setting it up so I can actually show all of them at one shot. And how much does it start at? $1. So there we go. I'm not even going to flip them around. I'm just going to put them up like that. $1. So there you go. $1. 5 consecutive. And you're lucky because there's nobody here, man. So no one's going to bid against you. So I can just sit here and we can just chit chat. And there it goes. You got it. And then I got 20 minutes. 20 minutes till dinner, man. 20 minutes. Okay. No. And then I'm going to sacrifice 2 of these. So this is also from Lebanon, but these are going to be older. So here's a 5 lerv. I remember when these notes were super expensive in the 80s. They were ridiculous in price. Now they're not. Now they're not. Lebanon. Here we go. And before we leave Lebanon, it's not complete unless I put a 10 lerv up. And there we go. He gave up because there's no Gibby, so B. Chris is out. But you will see him on Sunday. He'll be back when I'm doing Gibbies. Sunday got that one as well. Okay. Let's see. Let's go find another thing and run them. How about... Oh, wow, we can do a couple of these. This next one's popular. I don't know if it's been burned out yet, but it's a polymer note. So there it is, buck. Polymer note. I think people burn these things out. There's so many of them all over the place. Because I haven't been seeing people flashing them lately. But over the winter, they were all over, everywhere. There we go. There's another one. And then moving right along, we're not going to waste your time on this because we already did it. If you thought that was pretty, let's see. Can I do consecutive? Oh, All right, so this has a manatella, or some of the kids like to call it a poison arrow frog. So there you go. That's consecutive. Somehow there you go. So consecutive. Well, that polynote just went there, so you got a polynote out. These are paper on these guys. It's Madagascar. And they're consecutive. Thank you, Richard. And let's put this here. All right, so now, let's see what's next. I'll run one of these at $1. A lot of anger in this now. Got the military all over it, so you mean business. And for $1, you can't go wrong. And let's see. All right. And I see these float around a lot. So this I'm going to run for $1. All right. I'm going to run it for $1. And not only am I going to run this at $1, okay? It's Japanese occupied. But what, Chris? What? What, Chris? What are you trying to tell us? Are you trying? What, boy? What, boy? What's coming up? You're going to run this for $1, and it's what? It's uncirculated? Holy shit. One uncirculated banana note. Wow. There you go. Uncirculated banana note. Look at that. So we got one that's all folded up. Now you got one that's uncirculated. And 2, 1. Boom. You got it, Sandy. All right. And let's see. This is Mauritania. Oh, I got to be careful with these. So I can't live up to the buck and go on the Mauritania stuff. I'd like to. What, do a large lot? What on the banana notes? There's probably, I think I got, that's what you're looking at. Oh, these are real. I already know where I got them from. It's like I didn't buy these off the internet, so they're real. They're not, if you're saying, Chris, are they photocopied? They're not photocopies. All right. As a matter of fact, the guy that had these had them for years. He had a whole bunch of stuff because he bought them off another collector. And when she died, he brought her out. Well, the family out, not her. She was dead. But this is how many of those I have. I didn't even count them. That's what I got left. He had a stack of them. Well, these things here, I don't know if I would say glossy on them. They're not glossy at all in a feel on them. I haven't even seen. If you're telling me there's people that are making copies of these, see, for me, it's hard to grasp that because to me, these are inexpensive notes. So if someone's making photocopies or knockoffs of these, that's a new one on me because I'm like, dude, you're wasting your time if you're knocking these off. But I got, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 9 of these. So what I'll do with this, I have 9 of them, okay? But as you know, I'm very lazy at displaying them. So I'm just going to make like a little fan, and I'm going to run it at $10. I'm just trying to set them all up. Wow, somebody's counterfeiting these. Man, there's so many other things you could be doing. All right, so here's what we're going to do on this. Let's go over here. I'll run all these at $10 start, but these are all uncirculated. Let's see. Here's that. Edit. There's that. There's 0. See, it's you're lucky because I don't think there's like what? There's 12 people in there, so you shouldn't have any problem with anybody bidding on them. There we go. $10. $10. I got 17 minutes left. There's 9 of them sitting there, so 10. Uncirculate it. The beloved banana note. I'm just, my mind's like blown when people do crazy crap. I should do with notes like fake stuff. I got so much fake stuff. It's not even funny. Thank you. In other words, when I buy lots and stuff, sometimes people have stuff they think's real, and it's like, dude, that's fake. But I'll take it anyways because it's just fascinating that someone put the energy into doing that. I have a fine selection of gold coins that aren't gold. And it's sad when somebody wants to sell it to you and you're like, let me get a magnet. And then it sticks to it and it's like, oh, yeah, that's not real. That's not real. All right, let me end that. That's one I got to end right now. If I leave that up on eBay, I guarantee you somebody will come in and buy it, and then I'll be screwed. All right, so Sandy, that goes into your box. That in there. I'll move on to something else. I got, how much time? I got about 11 minutes left. All right, let's see, 11 minutes left. Let's see. All right, so what's in here? Okay. Now, what can I do with these Mongolian? Mongolian? Yes, it is Mongolian. It's not Mongolian beef, but we'll do these 3. Do those 3 at $1. And this pile is compliments of a trade I did with Mr. Snap. We traded some stuff. He was using them for givvies. All right, so, oh, don't bid on that. Don't bid on this. It's not $10. Just watch the video there. You can watch me sitting there doing stuff. Actually, you know what? How about that clock's going to run out before I can do it. I was going to put a whole bunch of them up at $10, but the clock's done. All right, here we go. Edit $1. All right, there we go. So now I can do it. So $1, there's 3. Eventually it'll work. There you go. 3 consecutive. So 7, 8, 9. Uncirculated. Mongolia. And 2, 1. Bam. It is all yours, Sandy. Then, here we go. These are going to be AU condition. But they're not going to be, maybe not. It's Burma. We call it Myanmar. 5, 8, 5. Maybe they will be consecutive. 9, 16, 61. So here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to sell these as AU. But it looks like these are going to be in uncirculated condition. So, but it's all Burma / now Myanmar. And there's 5 consecutive there. And then I'll go through and find the next thing for $1. Here at the dollar store. And someday it is all yours. You get all 5. That. Okay, and let me see if I got anything here. Here you go. Nigeria. The one I'm going to put up, these are paper. All right, these aren't polymer, so these are older ones. So it's 2006, but it's Nigeria. You see the year right there. But these are now the exact same thing, but in polymer. And Sandy, it is all yours. And let's see, what do I got? Nepal. So this is a cheap note, so I got to do a couple of them to make it worth your while. Because I think I sell these on eBay 2 for $1. So the WhatNot price is going to be 3 for $1. There we go. From Nepal. I think this is from the 90s. And the clock has officially run out. Bam. Thank you, Jay. And here's what we're going to do. I got to set up a little thingamabobber for you. And I think I got, I got about 11 minutes, if that clock is right. 11 minutes, yes. All right, there's that. And some tape. So you like into Nepal notes? Is that like your bag? Because I got some old stuff, although I can't, some of the ones I can't fucking go on, but if Nepal's your bag, there's some I have, like some old stuff. I know they can get expensive. But it's like I have several customers that are, like, believe it or not, like I said, I deal international. I send them right back where they come from. But since you're into Nepal notes, let me grab this. So here you can check this thing out. This is pretty cool. And so I can't sell it on WhatNot because as soon as you put the price up, they fall over. But talk about a cool note from Nepal with a huge ass rhino on the back. I think it's gorgeous. But a nice note. All right, I'm going to move back on with the dollar stuff in a second. Let's see, where are we going to go to next? Let's grab these two. Let's grab these. It's a gorgeous note, I know that. And I got that a while ago too. All right, how about, I haven't seen these on WhatNot for a while. I do see these get bid up pretty high. Again, it's hard for me to figure out why they get bid up pretty high, but they do get bid up high. These are uncirculated. They're not rare, but what we need to do here, WhatNot, is let me run this. Unless, you know what I did? I bet I ran it out of what I had for banknotes. I bet you I did. So let me set up a thing real quick, and then I'll be able to do it. I wasn't paying attention to it. Here, I'm going to put a picture of me in there for the item. But I'll do a few more of these before I disappear. Paper money. Banknote in hand. The thing that sucks is you got to type all this stuff in. There you go. And I'll do 25. So no, not that. $25 and 1 ounce. All right, here we go. So there we go. $1, $1. And I've seen them run these things as high as $7, $8. I'm like, my mind's like, boom. It's because it's like a $2 note. Thank you, Sandy. And I'm like, oh my God, I got a pile of those. How about there's another $1. And Wes, just so you know, last night I lost my inventory. So if you did pre-bids, pretty much everything disappeared. So if you're wondering why you didn't win anything, that's what happened. And that's the only reason why I'm running the show tonight, to make up for that. This is Peru. And that goes into Blake's box. And there you go. Okay. Then let's see what else I can find in here. Oh, you know what? Here you go. Here, here's one I'm going to do at $1, okay? This is definitely worth more than $1. It's 1969, 10 peso from the Philippines. So I got to be careful with this one, because this one I do have to adjust my inventory on. But if you miss out on this one, and what makes this note really cool, all you old people out there, you're going to remember there was a guy, it was a nutcase called Ferdinand Marcos. Right there's his signature. Right there's his signature before Reagan took him out. All right, so we're going to run this uncirculated $1. I was putting U.S. stuff up and nobody was interested. They got tired and bored. But I can go get something else and run for you. And by the way, that's not a fold here. That's the graphics, just so you know. But it is uncirculated. And that's a security thread there where my fingers are. Thank you, Sandy. And just let me knock that, my inventory adjusted. Because I actually do move those somewhere else. For those who know what it is. But what I can do on U.S. stuff, I'll run a $2, a 1928 $2 note sheet. Because if I have enough people, then I can run the more expensive stuff. But it's like, if there's not a lot of people, I get killed on it. That's why I do what? Pre-bid. And I should check and make sure there's nothing going on there. All right, that's clear. Because there's like 5 minutes left. Oh, man. God, that stinks. Woo. And she's so bad that when she does, she doesn't even know she did it. It's like, woo. All right, let me knock one of those out. 8. Revise. So what I'll do is I'll grab a US note and I'll run that. Man, it stinks. It's like the paint's coming off the wall. It's like, wow. I'm going to go get a US note. I'll put a $2 one up. USA. Yeah, and drop down. I'll tell you one thing. I did a funny back last night. I put a 1934 funny back. And if you're into US notes, a 1934 funny back VF condition, $20. That's what it went for. Talk about cheap. But you know why it went for that price? Because I had no idea what my pricing was, because I didn't have any of the inventory in the computer. 1886. 1886. Oh, I know you guys are here somewhere. Well, here they are. Some things got a little mixed up last night as I was grabbing things. So these are going to be 28. There's a G and there's an F. All right. These are very, very nice shape. The F is going to be in, I think we're going to use these two notes to end the show. The 28F is going to be in very fine condition. So we'll pop that up. Let's see, WN1887. Come on. Now, WhatNot, what are you doing? Don't get me upset. I think it's going to get me upset because I know it's there. You know what sucks is I'll put the inventory number in, and I'm looking at it right now, and it doesn't come up there, but it comes up over here. 87. All right, do this. WN1886. All right, so this here is in VF condition. There's no rips or anything. VF, it's a 28F. So we'll run that. $6. Anybody wants it? There you go. Nobody wants it? Fine. But VF condition. It's a 28F. I'm using 2 tablets at the same time and a phone. There we go. And Kevin, we will also run this other one so we can end this show. This next one's going to be higher grade. It's a 28G. And 28G. WN188. It says on it VF, but it's going to be a high VF. I'm saying XF. This is almost XF. I'm going to run it and just say VF on it, but there's nothing going on there. I can hold it like that, you can see, and it doesn't go limp. When they're all worn down, they start to fold right over. So this is a G. And I'm putting it back in its holder. This is going to be the last note, unless somebody punches something in the chat that they want me to run. Here we go. This one's going to be a whopping $1 more, buddy. So it's going to be big bucks. That one's at 7. And then that's it. Now I'm looking at the chat. I don't see anybody typing anything in there because it's dinner time. It's dinner time. But I'll do my regular show on Sundays as usual. So it'll be Sunday at 7 o'clock. And I'll be this up and coming Sunday. And I think I put the other shows. They're all listed right up into mid-June. Which oddly enough is coming real close. All right, Kevin, it is yours. And that goes in your copy. So I don't see anything in the chat here. It is now officially dinner time. Next show is going to be Sunday, and it will be at 7 o'clock. I think I have 3 of them already posted. I will warn you that next week, or not next week, Sunday show that's coming up, it's going to be a little light on notes because a couple of the people I deal with, they take this week off, which means it makes it harder for me to get notes. So that's it. We are done. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and we will do it again on Sunday at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. And let's see, what can we do here? Let's do this. Let's go. If anybody want me to go raid, you can give me a suggestion. If not, you know what? Let's see if he's running. Yeah, there he is. There he is. All right, we're going to go see Santa. Hopefully this damn thing works. All right. There we go. All right, so you're off to Santa. There you go. There we go.
Good to have the Raiders in tonight. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Here's one from the Philippines. It's a 5 peso. Let's run this one for $10. And who gets to give me this time? Lazago. LNZ. LNZ. Hey, lots of banknotes. How you doing tonight, bud? Wonderful to have you in for the show. Welcome in. And let's run, let's see here. What do we got?
Now I got to clean up.
Let's do another Confederate note. This is a $500
God, dog, you got
replica note with $500. And let's run this one at $5. Run this at $5 tonight. Let me start up to the next gilly. Let me start up the next gilly. There we are. The gilly's running. And let's run this Confederate note at $5. It's a replica note. I really like it because he did it in color and it's very nicely well done. Nice looking note for $5. Jackal, welcome in. And we've got Buy Trice. Lots of banknotes. Certainly glad to have you in tonight. Welcome, sir. And Deez, my friend Deez is here. Wow, Deez, how you doing, bud? Great to have you in tonight. Samantha, welcome in. And Minnesota Chuck, welcome in. It's going great, Deez. How are you, my good friend? Wonderful to have you stop by and say hi. I appreciate that. Yo, Minnesota Chuck, welcome in, my good friend. Yes, great to have you here.
Alright, so we'll do the orders.
Dean, you're doing good. That's good. Let's do a 3-for-1 deal, guys.
Hold on, pup. I gotta clean up what you did.
Do a 3-for-1 deal. You're gonna get these 2 notes and this one here, all 3 for $5. 3 for 5 here, guys. 3 notes for $5. Greg Pretty, welcome in. And we've got Stephen P, welcome in. You like my phone holder? Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? My good friend PV Fire made that. You know PV Fire? He's the one that made that. He's a good man, PV Fire. Alright, here's a $100 note. This is a Confederate reproduction on 100. And let's run this one at $5. Guys getting the giddy? Welcome in, Fioid and Match Champs, Bookmark, and Leonard. Welcome in, Leonard. Great to have you guys in tonight. Alright, next one up. Here's one from Bulgaria. This is 1992 from Bulgaria. We're going to get $2.
Oh no! So where's my food? Oh no!
Chris the Ripper, welcome in, Chris.
Hold on. I know you're getting excited. Bam!
Kim, welcome back. Good to have you back, Kim. Here's one from Brazil, the 50 overprint, running at $2. This one from Brazil. JP, welcome back. Ecom Vincent, welcome in. And we've got Mike Ward, welcome in. Alright, next one up is from India. This is a 10 rupee from